Welcome, beautiful queens. I'm so glad that you are here. Have you ever thought about how incredible the butterfly's story is? It goes from a tiny egg to a caterpillar to a chrysalis and finally emerges as a beautiful butterfly who is able to soar. Now, this is important not just because of the butterfly, but it is a metaphor for our own personal growth and development, no matter what age or stage. So here's the truth. Even if you are over 50, even if life has not gone exactly as planned, you still have potential to transform your life. And here's the truth. Even if you are over 50, even if life has not gone exactly the way you planned it, you still have the potential to transform your life. You can evolve, you can grow, and you can start this new chapter with confidence and boldness. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 steps to transform your life after 50, inspired by the butterfly's metamorphosis. So if you are ready to embrace your transformation, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Monique. I am an educator and a life coach, but most importantly, I am a woman who has gone through many of life's challenges and decided to rise stronger. For over 20 years, I've helped people just like you build confidence and rediscover their passions and create lives they are proud of. I believe deeply in the power of transformation because my own life has transformed drastically over the last few years. On this channel, I'm here to help you transform, to step into your power and live a life of freedom, purpose, with no regrets. So today we're going to explore the 5 steps to transform your life after 50, inspired by the journey of the butterfly. From potential to flight, let's get started. The story of the butterfly begins with the tiny egg. Then the caterpillar hatches and prepares for the transformation, and then it creates the chrysalis where the transformation actually occurs. And then finally, a beautiful butterfly emerges, which symbolizes freedom and is ready to soar high. So let's see how this all applies to us. So step 1 in our transformation is what I call the egg phase. This is the phase of our potential. So just like the caterpillar egg, you are full of potential. This egg phase represents all that you can be. It represents your best self. This is a stage when you become aware of your dreams and your desires and your destiny. It is important that you take time to reflect on where you are now and where you want to go. It's time to think about, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? What do you want to have? I encourage you to take time to journal your thoughts and your dreams. During this 4th step, we simply need to identify what is our best self. So during this 1st step, it's all about identifying your potential. You may want to choose one area to start. Remember, we don't have to completely transform everything at one time, right? That might be a little bit too overwhelming. So oftentimes, the things that we want to change are in 3 different areas: our money, our health, or our relationships. So there's many different aspects to those, but you may just want to choose one to begin with. So for example, the first thing that I tackled in terms of transformation was my health. I decided what I wanted to look like, how I wanted to be, and that was my egg phase. I was in my 50s. I had some different health issues, some health problems, but but I knew I wanted to live a long, vibrant life. The second step is the caterpillar phase. This is the phase where you must learn and prepare for your future. So once the caterpillar hatches, it consumes leaves voraciously. Some caterpillars eat 10 to 30 times their body weight every single day. So does this mean that as we're transforming, we can eat 10 times our body weight every day? Absolutely not. That would be crazy. But it does mean that we need to consume knowledge voraciously. We need to learn everything that we can so that we can make our transformation, right? So that's our education, that's skills, knowledge, experiences. This is the time that we need to do that. So as I mentioned in the last step, I had chosen health as my initial transformation. So I was in a position where I had had 3 surgeries in a very short period of time. I was 51. I had 3 surgeries in 5 months, and I decided I did not want this to be my life. I needed to make some changes. I needed to move my body more. I needed to lose some weight. I needed to eat healthy. But it started with me getting the education. So I purchased books. I watched so many videos. I just listened and learned as much as I could. And I even hired a trainer because I didn't know what I needed to do. So during that phase, I just needed to focus on getting all of the information that I needed. So during this stage, you may need to read more. You may need to take a class, attend some seminars, get a mentor, work an internship. You have to actively nurture yourself and increase your knowledge and experiences. So you have to learn things that will help you to succeed, things that will help you to endure life's challenges in this preparation for transformation. So the caterpillar's main job is to store energy for this metamorphosis. So during this phase, you are gathering the education and the experiences and also the mental fortitude needed for your transformation. Step 3 is the chrysalis phase. So this is where the transformation actually occurs. So once the caterpillar has eaten and grown, it begins the next stage of transformation and it actually forms the chrysalis. So it goes and it finds a very safe, a very secure space where the chrysalis can attach to, and then the caterpillar sheds its outer skin. So inside the protective casing, a profound transformation occurs. Though outwardly, it appears dormant. So when you see a cocoon or if you see a chrysalis, it doesn't look like very much is happening at all. But inside, there is a major transformation happening. This part of the metaphor is very, very important for women because there are times in our life where there are things going on that other people simply cannot see because it's happening internally. And we don't have to share everything that we're doing with everyone. There are times in our life when we need to step back, we need to reflect, we need to focus, we need to find a safe and secure space where we can transform. So it could seem a little bit isolating, right? You might have to step back and be a little bit quiet because others do not know what's happening. But internally, we are shedding our old limiting beliefs. We are getting rid of any fears or anything that's holding us back. Right? Some of us grew up with childhoods where we were told you're stupid or you can't do these things or people like us don't ever accomplish these things, we have to get rid of all of that. So in my study of the butterfly, I remember reading how the caterpillar becomes completely undone. So I had never really thought about it, but if you think about a caterpillar is kind of large and chunky, right? It's been eating 10 times its body weight. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But when you look at a butterfly body, the body part of the butterfly is not very large. So it's not like the caterpillar crawls into a cocoon and it grows wings. That is not what happens. The caterpillar becomes completely undone and transforms into something completely different. If you look at a caterpillar and a butterfly based on our own intellect, it wouldn't look like the caterpillar could transform into the butterfly. And so that can be the same with us. It doesn't matter what our current situation is. It doesn't matter what our past is. That does not determine what our future is. We have the ability to completely transform. And if that means that we have to become undone in the process, then that just is part of the process. But that's why you need a safe space. So just like the chrysalis protects the caterpillar during its transformation, we too must create space in our lives for this reflection, healing, and personal growth. And because this is where the real transformation happens. So while we're in our chrysalis, we're laying the foundation for our confidence, we're laying the foundation for our strength, and for our freedom. All of that will be in the next stage. So this safe space that we create includes both our physical environment and also mental spaces. So we need to create a physical space where we can relax. So you may need to clear out the clutter in your room, in your house, in your office, and create a space that inspires you, right? Create a space that when you come home after a hard day, that you feel welcome, you feel refreshed, that you have the energy to do what you need to do to make this transformation. So you're not coming home to a space that's going to drain you. You also need to take some time every day to meditate or pray. So you can choose a quiet environment, a room, a closet, a corner, any place where you can go to without interruption. I'm a Christian, so I need to pray daily. And I know some people even have a prayer closet, a time where you can just go and spend time, again, just meditating, praying. You can practice mindfulness, right? But calming yourself so that you have this space to grow and develop and you're not stressed. So listen to music that relaxes you. That's one way to create this space. Listen to music that inspires you. I personally have a whole playlist that I listen to with inspirational music. And there are times when I listen to music, maybe more so than I listen to words or to videos or podcasts. But typically, if I'm in my car, I'm either listening to like an inspirational playlist or I'm listening to a YouTube video or a podcast, something where I can learn and grow and stay encouraged and inspired. So I would be listening to something like this video. In your physical space, you may want to light candles, but do whatever you need to do to have a calm, safe space. Regarding your emotional or mental space, it's important that you learn to set boundaries. So you need to limit energy draining activities. So you can be polite, but you also have to remember that no is a complete sentence. As you're transforming, you won't have time to do all the things that you used to do with everyone that you used to do them with. That is just not how this works. Joe Dispenza talks about overcoming the habit of being you, right? So as you're doing this and you become undone like the caterpillar, you are becoming a new person. The Bible says to be transformed by the renewing of your mind, becoming a new creature. So you are becoming new in this process. And it's so exciting that you get to decide who you want to be and then transform into that person. It is such an amazing thing to be able to do that. You may need to change some of the TV shows you're watching or movies you watch, right? You're working on something really, really important. And so you may not be also available for everybody you used to be available to. So as you're changing your shows, your TV, everything that you're listening to and you're watching, right? You don't have time to be stressed out or sad about everything. So people sometimes laugh at me because of my TV or movie choices. I like to keep it light, right? So if I want to watch a movie, it might be a rom-com, a romantic comedy. One of those movies where you know at the very beginning, you already know what's going to happen. It's a formula. So you know that in the end, these two, they're going to get together. They're going to live happily ever after. Everything is great. No stress, no mess. I don't have to get my mind all boggled, right? I can be aware of the news, but I don't need to be consumed by it. So I'm growing, I'm transforming, and I don't have time to be, just stressed out all the time. So you have to protect your energy. You have to protect yourself, right? Some people like to watch all kind of true crime documentaries or horror movies, different things that's really not protecting you, not keeping you calm. You also may want to give yourself time to journal, right? You need time to think and dream without judgment. And remember, you have to have self-compassion during this time. Your transformation will not happen overnight. As you are transforming, you may decide, okay, I'm going to go through this process and I am improving my health. You may see tremendous health benefits. You're seeing that. But then you decide, oh, now I need to work on this relationship. Oh, now I need to get my money right. Hey, I did go to one level with my health transformation, but now it's time to go to another level. So it's not like this is a one and done. You don't just go from one person and then transform and then never have to go through this process again. So during this process, you need to have some compassion. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Don't expect everything to change overnight, but give yourself some grace. You are making progress, and this is a good thing. Progress is a good thing. So remember to celebrate yourself during this process. All right, so remember to have self-compassion, recognize that growth takes time and patience, and do not pressure yourself to do everything at one time. Transformation is a journey, and every step in the right direction gets you closer to your destination. Give yourself some grace, the same grace that you would give to your friends and family. But remember, this transformation is a lot of work, but it is definitely worth it. It is doable. You just have to stay focused. But it's so exciting and so rewarding. And so that's just what happens just in the whole chrysalis process. Stage 4 is the emergence or manifestation phase. So once the butterfly wings are fully formed, the beautiful butterfly emerges, spreading its wings and flying freely, right? But unfortunately, this is not always as easy as one would think. So I just looked this up recently, and I'm just reading on my phone here. It says, you should not help a butterfly out of its cocoon because the struggle is essential for its survival. It forces fluid from the body into the wings, which strengthens them for flight. The effort of emerging helps the butterfly develop strong wings, and if you help it, it will be unable to fly. This is also a metaphor for how struggles in life can lead to personal growth and strength. And I would just say, as you have been transforming and going towards your goals, there are some times where you may have thought that the obstacle or the struggle may have meant that this next phase, that this next thing is not for you. But no, it's the opposite is true. It's the struggle that prepares you for the manifestation. So sometimes we have to go through difficult things to be able to get to our best life, right? So this emergence, this manifestation, it does represent us living our best lives. So this is when you see the manifestation that you have been dreaming of. Queen, I believe in you. I believe in your potential. I believe in your vision. And I'm here to help you get to the point where you can see your manifestation. As you succeed in one area, this will give you the confidence to succeed in other areas. I pray and I believe that you would have success and victory in every area of your life. Physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual, environmental, career-wise, financial, right? Every area of your life can be successful. You may have to go and play out this transformation, all these different phases in different areas of your life, but you can do it. We can do it. I am currently working through some things myself. Even this YouTube channel is a manifestation of some things that I have been working on. The YouTube channel is on my vision board. These are things that I have been wanting to do, but when I put it on my vision board, I wasn't quite ready, right? I had to go through the process. So I am yet growing and rising with you. So I'm looking forward to you evolving, gaining wisdom, emerging into this beautiful butterfly that you're ready to soar, to live authentically, pursue your passion, and inspire others. I'm just so excited about what we are doing. So this brings us to step 5, which is flight. This is empowerment and freedom. So the butterfly's flight represents freedom and the ability to navigate the world with grace and beauty. So similarly, your transformation, growth, allows you to navigate life with empowerment and purpose, having transformed your struggles into strength. So I know that your journey will inspire others, much like a butterfly brightens and inspires the world as it flies. I'm just so excited about your transformation process. So as we wrap up, remember, there are some key lessons that we can learn from the butterfly. So I'm hoping that you'll never look at a butterfly the same. If you're like me, because I'm very, very visual, I have butterflies around just to remind me. I'm sitting here in my office, and in front of me is my vision board where I ordered some butterflies from Amazon. I have butterflies just kind of scattered all over my vision board, a butterfly keychain, a butterfly screensaver on my phone, and every time I would look at the butterfly, just would remind me that I am in the middle of a transformation, that I am growing, that I'm changing. Or now I'm just seeing it like I am this beautiful butterfly. And so for me, I like symbols in that way. As I wrap up, please remember to take these lessons from this beautiful butterfly story. Please have self-compassion and remember that transformation takes time. Growth cannot be rushed, and struggle is part of that growth. And just as the butterfly must struggle to break free from the chrysalis to strengthen its wings, challenges will strengthen you. Challenges will strengthen your resilience. It will make you stronger. The challenges is one of the things that allow you to be able to soar. So please trust the process and keep making steps in the right direction. Your transformation will bring beauty and freedom. If you are ready to live the life that you were born to live, please subscribe to this channel. Join this transformation journey with me. And in the comments, tell me one area of your life where you are ready to transform. I want to hear from you because you are so very important to me. So until we see each other again, please be blessed.